Hi everyone, welcome to the Klasen Family Homestead channel. I'm Ricky, and today I'm going to be showing you how to plant tomatoes. For those of you that don't know, I am also a kindergarten teacher, and right now I am without my students because we are shut down, and it is really sad and I miss them so much. But before we close down, we were talking about life cycles of plants and animals and lots of different things. And what we were going to do if we were still in school is we were going to plant our own plants to grow in our classroom. But since we can't do that, I'm going to take you on the journey of a tomato plant that I'm going to be planting today. So come along and join us. So today I'm going to be planting quite a few different tomatoes. So I'm going to first be planting a tomato called a celebrity tomato. So I have my seed packet, and in here are lots and lots of little tiny seeds that we're going to be planting. And so every plant needs some dirt, water, and sunlight. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some dirt and water together so it has a nice place to germinate, or for the seed to crack open and start growing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tray and I'm going to fill it with dirt, and then I'm going to put some water on top so it's ready for our seed to plant. So now I've got my dirt in my tray, and if you are working on planting anything at home, you don't need a fancy tray like this. If we were at school, what I would be doing is I'd be taking just our plastic water cups and planting whatever it was that we were going to plant in there. If we were in school, we would have been planting grass or a small flower, but today I'm going to be showing you, like I said, a tomato. So if you're at home and you want to plant something too, you don't have to have a fancy container. Just use whatever you've got in your house. So I've got my dirt, now I'm going to give it some water. The way we water our plants here is we have this little spray bottle, and then we also have a tub of water, but maybe you have a sprinkle can that you can use, or even just another cup of water just to put on top of your dirt. But this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to take my sprayer and spray the top, get it nice and damp so the seed has a nice environment to grow in. So now my dirt is watered and it's ready for some seeds. So I'm going to open my seed packet. And I'm going to take my seeds out. Now tomato seeds are very, very tiny. You can see there's probably about 20 or more seeds just in my hand right here. So some seeds look different from each other. So these tomato seeds are really, really small. If you cut open a tomato, sometimes you can see them. If you were to be planting green beans, they have really big seeds and are a little easier to work with. So there are a whole bunch of different kinds of seeds, but this is what the tomato looks like. So I'm going to take my seeds, my soil is ready to be planted, and I'm just going to sprinkle them around so they each have their own space to grow. Now my seeds are in the wet soil, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more dirt and I'm going to sprinkle it on the top so all of my seeds are covered with dirt. Now when you do this part, it doesn't have to be a lot of dirt, just so your seed is covered. Then I'm going to take my water again and spray on the top. Now that the seeds are planted, they are now going to germinate in the soil, and all that means is they are going to break out of their seed, they're going to grow roots deep into the soil, and then they're going to sprout up through the dirt and make a stem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to videotape what that looks like, and you can watch as the plants pop out of the soil and start growing their roots and their stems and their leaves. The tomatoes are going to go through lots of stages as they grow. So the first stage, right after it pops out of the soil, it's going to have some tall, thin stems and just 2 little leaves to start. And then it's going to grow, and as it grows it's going to get thicker, it's going to develop more leaves, and it's going to get a much thicker stem. And then it's going to continue in that same way until it has a real thick stem, lots of big leaves. The little leaves are still growing. And then eventually our tomato plant is going to develop flowers, and after it flowers it's going to develop a tomato. And on the inside of a tomato is where you're going to find the seeds, and then we're going to start the process all over again. Plants need a few things to grow. One of the first things that they need to grow is sunlight. I am using some lights that I have in my house, like these ones. You can also put your plant in a sunny window. As long as it's getting sunshine, it will grow. It also needs some water. Water your plant daily so it can grow big and strong and produce fruit. Right now it is too cold outside to plant my tomato in the garden, but as soon as it warms up, I'm going to take my tomato plant that I showed you, and I'm going to take it out to my garden and plant it outside. So stay tuned, as I will be making more videos to show you how our tomato plants and our other garden plants will be growing throughout the summer. So you'll have to check out and see where our tomatoes end up and how many we get and different kinds that we have. But I'm really excited to show you the rest of the life cycle of a tomato plant. So thanks for tuning along with us and joining us here at Klasen Family Homestead. If you are a student watching, I hope to see you soon, and I miss you a whole bunch. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time. Please be sure to like and comment on this video and share it with your friends or other students that you know that could use this information. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. So thank you, and we'll catch you soon. Bye-bye.